gone to find my symmetry. The things sealed in time can't define my liberty. I'm not confined by their design. I found symmetry. The patterns of this world no longer limit me. I've lost my mind and gone to find my symmetry. Things sealed in time can't define my liberty. I'm not confined by their designs in Christ.
Hi, my name is Shayvon. I've been attending the Hope Center for about a year now, a year and a few months. I work with youth at a correctional facility. That's one of the things that I do. So I do that part-time. And then the other thing I do is I work with Children's Aid Society. I work for a counseling agency, and what we do is we work in partnership with Children's Aid, and they refer families to us, and youth and children who need counseling, and we just work with them to provide healing and counseling in whatever area that they need. Growing up was kind of difficult because it was a bit of a negative environment, and verbally very negative, and very heavy. So there's a very heavy spirit growing up, and I grew up very low self-esteem, very depressed, not happy with myself, and felt very in prison. And part of that was trying to find a way out of my negative environment, and the best way I thought to do that was to go far away, far off university that I could find, where I wouldn't have to come home all the time. And that's what I decided I would do. And that's what I ended up doing. So I went to university. It was a fresh start, new campus, thought that was great, and left everything behind. Never dealt with anything, never trusted in God to really change anything in my environment, but thought that this was a new start for God. So I went away, never did anything crazy. I just really wanted to get away, and I managed to do that. And it was great up until a month. And then during Thanksgiving, I came up to visit my family for Thanksgiving and felt sick, just felt sick. Had the test done, the doctor came in to see me, and she said, well, you have a huge mass in your abdomen, and it's generating a lot of fluid, and it looks like it's cancer. So I was 19 years old, thought I was starting a new life, finally got away, made this way for myself out of my situation, and felt like I'm good, I'm starting new. Got pulled back to the same situation I was in before, and then was told that I have this disease. So the first thing I did was I burst into tears. Burst into tears because I was by myself. And, the only thing I did in that moment was what I could do. And what I did was I prayed to God, and I said, God, if you could heal me, I know that you're able, if you can heal me of this thing. And I felt literally in that moment, and I can't describe it because there's no words to really describe what happened, but I felt this rush of peace go from the crown of my head all the way down my body to like my toes. And it was like I was crying, and then in an instant I was kind of like, okay. It was very like, I knew I was going to be okay. I can't even describe it. I just knew in that moment that this was not meant to kill me. This is not meant to take my life. What he really showed me was that although the chemotherapy that I had to do was getting rid of the cancer and the tumors, he had to do the work on the inside of me and in my heart and spirit, so that when I was healed physically, that my spirit would also be healed and I'd be able to move forward. And those were things that chemotherapy couldn't help. It could kill the actual physical things, but it couldn't actually heal me spiritually in my spirit. And then God said, you have to let me in and let me do the work on your heart, on your self-esteem. Help me. I learned to see myself the way that God sees me, and not by the way man sees me, and not listen to the words of God and what he's spoken over me, and not what any person has said or will say or will think. That those kind of things don't matter. And then not only has he done that, but he's allowed me to have his lens now when I view and see other people, and see through people through his love.
No other fount I know, 'cause nothing but the blood of
end of my journey to show that I'm more faithful than the beginning. I don't know exactly what God has in store for me, but I just want to live a life where I'm walking with Him. I want, when my life is over, that God says, you know, well done, my daughter, come on in. Yeah, that's my